Hello there! Wow! Perfect! Wonderful! Well done!
Okay!
What's up, everybody? The Nintendo Beast here, jumping back into Let's Play Animal Crossing Wild World here on the Nintendo DS. It's a hazy day today. What do we got? What were those? From Mom. Dear John, is there anything better than sleeping in on a cold winter morning? I don't think so. This is paradise. Mom. And the HRA telling me I'm garbage again. And that's, yeah, okay. And that's, yeah, okay. There's no multi-select in here, is there? Nope. Toss. 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 Bum, 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 bum. Oh, Katrina's here today. I don't need Katrina here, though. We'll go to Katrina anyway. We'll go inside her tent, at least. We'll tease her. She'll be like, ah, customer. And I'm going to say, like, nope. Haha, sucker. And then we leave, because I'm still bitter. Until I get that orange balloon back. That orange bunny balloon in Animal Crossing City, folk. If you don't know what I'm talking about, consider yourself blessed to not know what I'm talking about. It was a very depressing, sad day in my Animal Crossing City Folk Let's Play series. Long story short, I got a really nice orange bunny balloon from Phineas in the city. And then I was having a good day. I was running all over the place, no big deal. And then I went to Katrina. And Katrina, I paid Katrina. And Katrina told me in return for my money that I was just suddenly struck with bad luck. And I was like, whatever, you know, as one does, whatever. So I kept on keeping on. And then I got back to my town, and I was running, and I tripped. And I tripped while holding my bunny balloon. And I only tripped because Katrina told me I had bad luck all of a sudden. And that was the first time I tripped the entire episode. It was like a 30-minute episode. It was like 20, 25 minutes into it. And then all of a sudden I tripped. Only explicitly mere minutes after Katrina gave me bad luck. Or told me I had bad luck, right? And I dropped my bunny balloon. And it floated away. And I've never forgiven her. I was so shocked. I didn't even know you could do that in the game. I was so shocked. I was so depressed. I was so upset by it. I just never went back to Katrina. Not in any of the games. I've been boycotting Katrina in every single Animal Crossing game because of that. Just to be clear, did I already try to cash those fossils in? I assume I did. But let me go hit the museum real quick, and I'll keep an eye out for more fossils as well. But I want to make sure I tried to donate those before I just sell them. What was that? Dead flowers, that's what it was. And I should pick up all these stupid acorns too, I guess, huh? Crapola. Alright, well, let me just run in here real quick. I feel like I began hunting for something like last episode or 2 episodes ago, and I completely forget. Wait, so what do I have? So that's the patchy. Did I have a patchy something or other? Patchy torso. Okay, yeah, that one's bunk. Pterodactyl. Where's the pterodactyl at? There's the shark tooth. Also bunk. Also bupkis. And then I'm pretty confident that the pterodactyl is complete. Yeah, okay. So nothing. Nothing new out of that bunch of fossils. So we can go sell those then. What was I gonna say? Yeah. So playing all 5 games, especially at the same time here in Animal Crossing, has kind of, like, I can't say it opened my eyes, I wouldn't say, but, like, I was having a conversation in Discord the other day. Somebody just started playing Animal Crossing City Folk for the first time. I think it was Waffle. It's always Waffle in Discord that I have in-depth conversations with, which is great. I love it. If you haven't joined the Discord, check the video description. There's an invite link in there. Jump onto the Nintendo Beast Discord server. We talk about lots of Nintendo stuff and games and whatnot. And I keep you in the loop of new videos and live streams and stuff like that here on the channel in that Discord server as well. But yeah, we were talking about Animal Crossing City Folk and kind of comparing it to Animal Crossing Wild World. Because, you know, you have to, right? I mean, you can't not compare City Folk to Wild World. I guess you can, to some extent, you can get away with not comparing Wild World to City Folk. Because City Folk technically came after. So, in theory, like, of course, it's better, so to speak, right? Of course, it's more equipped. And it was on a home console, so it better be more equipped, to some, you know, whatever extent. Let me dig this bad boy up real quick. There's a fossil. Let's just dig for fossils. But it's crazy. If you look at the timeline, if you play them all and you look at the timeline, I can see why, beyond just the portable nature of it, I understand why people are really, really, you know, passionate about City Folk. Or not City Folk, Wild World. So when you say, oh, like, when you compare the two, realistically, if you step back, remove the nostalgia value, and you genuinely, like, you know, have some perspective and you look at the two games, there's no logical argument that says Wild World is better than City Folk. They're practically the same game, except City Folk has extra bells and whistles to it. So it's illogical to claim that Wild World is the better game. However, there are definitely asterisks next to that when you say City Folk is objectively better than Wild World. I don't even know who you are, dude. Rhonda. Hi there, my name is Rhonda, and Bigfoot, and what? And Garvita. So what about you? You're, John, right? I'm skipping the dialogue before I even give myself a chance to read it. It's just subconscious now. Okay, Rhonda, bye. I think she said something about she likes to garden, and then said Bigfoot. Is Bigfoot her catchphrase, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, like, objectively speaking, City Folk is the better game. It shares the same soundtrack, too. It's literally like a copy and pasted game, but with, again, better graphics and additional bells and whistles. So it's not possible to be like, oh, well, I prefer Wild World. The only real claim that you can make that Wild World is better is, like, because it's portable. The portability of Animal Crossing Wild World is the only thing, more or less, unless you're just really into La-Dee-Day, or, like, Cornimer. Cornimer's not part of City Folk, I guess. But unless you're, like, really into these terrible fake holidays that they have in this game, and you really prefer them over real holidays in the real world, there's not a whole big argument that you can make in favor of Wild World being the better game. Other than, you know, enjoying the portability of it, like being able to take it on the road with you on your DS. Now, with that said, however, I could still see an argument for Wild World. Aside from it being, you know, just a portable version of City Folk, basically, with less bells and whistles. It did come first, and when you don't look at them like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like look at them lined up and be like, oh, okay, because like when I did my tier list, for example, of all the Animal Crossing games, the 5 main games, I looked at them I looked at them just across the board, and I was like, okay, which ones of these are the best? Which ones are S tier? Which ones are A tier? And I think Wild World ended up being A tier. City Folk was S tier. So it was the original, it was City Folk, it was New Leaf that were S tier. I think I put New Horizons A tier with New Leaf, or with Wild World, rather. For no other reason. It was before 2.0 came out. Before Animal Crossing New Horizons 2.0 update came out. That's when I did the list, and if anybody remembers, it was not great. New Horizons shipped incomplete, and that was upsetting to me. Very upsetting to me. Now I would probably say that New Horizons ranks S tier again. Which, again, out of the 5, that leaves only Wild World below S tier, in my mind. And I guess if you don't look at them in, like, a prison lineup, you know, like, in a police lineup, it's easy to be like, okay, Wild World is S tier because it paved the way for literally all the other games. Like, the Animal Crossing population growing on GameCube obviously paved the way. It was the first to hit North America. Hold on, I gotta catch this fish. I gotta focus. Got it. It's a sea bass anyway. I don't know why I was so worked up about it. But anyway. Yeah, like, the GameCube game definitely paved the way. It laid the foundation, right? And then Wild World came along, and it was like, no. So this is what Animal Crossing is on GameCube. But this is what Animal Crossing is going to be from here on out, right? And that's what Wild World did. You have the rolling world view, right? You have, I can't say the holidays, but like, just everything about it, the art style, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different in Wild World. It hits different compared to the original population growing on GameCube. But if you look at the one on GameCube versus every other Animal Crossing game, it's the GameCube game is the one that doesn't quite fit the art style and like what you think of when you think of Animal Crossing. It's the one that doesn't quite fit. You're like, oh, this is weird, like blocky, moving from, you know, acre to acre and that kind of thing. Like the mechanics of the game just aren't the same. It's just not quite what you come to think of. And if it wasn't the original Animal Crossing game, and if it didn't have so much charm in different aspects of it, it might not even be S tier. But as a standalone game, it still holds its own, right? And then you have Wild World, which literally does come out and say, like, this is what Animal Crossing is going to be from now on, right? And I can see why people think that's like an S tier, big move in the franchise. But again, you almost, now, knowing what we know now, like back in the day, back when, Wild World was here and City Folk came out, you paid an extra $50 or whatever it was, $60 at the time. And you paid all that money and you realized, what the heck, this is just a reskinned, nicer looking, slightly upgraded, this is like a DLC, and not really a full game, right? I could see where people got upset about that. And I can see, at that point, not knowing what we know now, I can see why people would rank Wild World above City Folk. However, now, I just don't feel like there's an argument for that. Other than, like, you could still personally prefer it, but when it comes to actually ranking the games, there's very little that Wild World has to offer that City Folk doesn't. So when I recommend games to people, like when people are like, oh, which of the Animal Crossing games, I played New Horizons, which of the Animal Crossing games should I go back and play? Wild World is never one that I recommend. It's always the original on GameCube, City Folk on Wii, New Leaf on 3DS. That's just what it is. Because, I mean, in a world, like, I play all 5, and I love them all for their own reasons, but if I had to absolutely get rid of one game off the 5 games that I play, if I had to choose one Animal Crossing game that just wasn't worth my time, it would be Wild World, because I'm playing essentially the same game on, on the Wii in City Folk, but with more to do. I don't want to beat a dead horse here. I don't want to, make glue out of Elmer over there. Did I just get a bite? I think I just scared that fish away. I'm not sure. I just wasted all that time trying to catch it. Like, you might be thinking, like, oh, well, no duh, John. But, like, there were people in my tier list that were outright butthurt that I put Wild World, not in S tier. And again, back in the day, I would have put Wild World in S tier. But now, knowing what we know now and having what we have now, it just doesn't belong. It's still a great game. If somebody was just like randomly like, I've never played Animal Crossing before, should I play Wild World? Like, I have Wild World, should I play it or should I get rid of it? I would say play it, for sure. Play it. And let it be a gateway drug to the remainder of the Animal Crossing franchise. I would never discourage anybody from playing it, and I would never say, like, oh, no, you're wrong. Because my favorite Animal Crossing game is City Folk on the Wii, right? And I'm biased about that. I acknowledge that. A lot of it is probably just mostly nostalgia, the nostalgia factor of it. But yeah, like, I recognize that Animal Crossing City Folk, technically speaking, is not the best game in the series. I mean, if we're talking about, like, technical aspects, New Horizons would be the best in the series. Obviously, because it's the newest. It's the prettiest looking. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. It's a 2020 release compared to a 2002, a 2007, I think City Folk came out, 2007, 2008, or 2012 for New Leaf. It's a new game on the latest gen Nintendo home console, hybrid home console. Obviously, it's going to be technically and graphically the best, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the most fun to play. So in my opinion, I prefer City Folk. City Folk is even over New Leaf. I know a lot of people love New Leaf. Again, for the same reasons that I love City Folk, a lot of people love New Leaf. And I'm not telling you that, like, oh, any of these games are actually better than other ones. Technically speaking, New Horizons is probably the best game out of the bunch. But that doesn't mean it's anybody's favorite. It doesn't mean it's the most fun to play. It doesn't definitively mean that it's the best game in the franchise. But I felt it fitting to have this kind of conversation when playing Wild World, because Wild World, again, in my mind, is like the odd man out. Because while it was definitive for its time, looking back at it, it's in no way a definitive piece of the Animal Crossing franchise. I mean, it is, again, historically speaking. If you go chronologically, historically speaking, it is a momentous game. But when you're just looking to jump into Animal Crossing and you're trying to decide which ones to revisit, Wild World just ain't it, in my opinion. It's a lot of fun, but it doesn't bring anything to the table, I guess. It doesn't bring anything to the table that the other games don't already. Let me know in the comment section below, not hatefully, but let me know in the comment section below if you agree, if you disagree, what your thoughts are, and let me know what your favorite Animal Crossing game is. I'm interested genuinely. I mean, I'm sure, like, I'd be willing to bet money that there are people that are going to say that Wild World is their favorite Animal Crossing game. And that's fine. You know? The same way City Folk is my favorite. And it's definitely not the best in the series, per se. But it's my favorite. So, let me know in the comment section below what your favorite Animal Crossing game is. What's up, Elmer? I just made a joke about you. Did you hear me? I brought you that thing you were talking about. What thing? I feel like Elmer does this every single week. And he tries to sell me crap. And I say no. Get out of my face, Elmer. I'm really interested to see if anybody says New Horizons, though. So let me, especially if you're watching this and your favorite game in the franchise is New Horizons, let me know in the comments that it is, and tell me why. Is it the only game you've played in the franchise? I don't want to say that's the only reason why New Horizons would be your favorite. There are a lot of good things in New Horizons. Terraforming is fun. Placing things outside. Like I said, there's a lot to love in New Horizons. It's not my personal favorite in the series, but from a technical standpoint, it's definitely the best, which stands to reason. Boom, baby. I forget, I was hunting for something, wasn't I? In the river? Was it this game? I think it was this game. I think I was looking for tiny shadows. And I've been kind of doing that subconsciously, but I haven't actually seen like a really tiny shadow. But City Folk and Wild World share a soundtrack. And I know there were comments about that too in previous episodes. Let me know in the comments what your favorite soundtracks are too. Mine is easily the soundtrack that is shared between Animal Crossing, Wild World, and City Folk. This soundtrack that you're hearing now. I grew up with it in City Folk. It became just... It went out of control in my mind. Like, it went off the rails. It became way, way too beloved for me. Okay, fishy. Okay, fishy. Don't be a jerk now. It's not a fish that I need, though. It's a crucian carp. I haven't seen a really, really tiny shadow, though. Not a single one thus far. And I'm pretty confident that it is what I was looking for. That's not a tiny shadow. It's not a tiny shadow, but I'll cast a line in anyway. Speaking of nostalgia and games, I was at Cash Converters the other day, and I found Sonic Gem Collection, I think it was. I think it was the Sonic Gem Collection from GameCube. I was so close to buying it, people. You have no idea. But it was like $40, and I was like, oh, that's so steep. I think it was $40, actually. It might have been more than that. It might have been actually closer to like $80, because I think $40, saying that out loud, $40 is something that I would probably might consider paying for it. I'd have to look it up on eBay and, like, online to see if it's worth that. And even so, I'd probably go to this place nearby called Complete in Box. They have amazing deals on games. Like, they're the best. But I feel like that would be... I feel like it had to have been more than 40. Because now looking back at it, I was like, 40 ain't too bad for a GameCube game like that. I mean, I probably wasn't in the market to spend that kind of money now. Or, like, at the time. I think I was just, like, in there buying DVDs. Because I'm still a weirdo that buys DVDs. I still like physical copies of games, movies, whatever. Call me old-fashioned. That's just who I am. That's what I like. So I collect DVDs and whatnot. And this cash converter, it's like a pawn shop if you're not familiar with cash converters. They had some kind of... Usually, like, DVDs are like $1. They're like $1 per DVD, right? They had a deal going on. It was like, buy 20 DVDs for $10. So it was like 50 cents a DVD. And so I went in there, and my wife and I just raided their DVD rack. And there were always such good DVDs. I got the entire Metric. I just blended Matrix and Metroid together in my head, guys. It's too early for this crap. But yeah, I bought the entire Matrix collection, including the Animatrix, which I haven't watched yet. But they're like, I guess they're like animated shorts that expand upon the lore of the Matrix. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Seemed really cool. But I got all of them except for Resurrections, which is still in theaters, right? I got the Matrix, Reloaded, the Animatrix, and oh god, I'm having a stroke. What was this? It was the Matrix Reloaded, the Matrix something. Let's see if I can see him from here. An Animatrix. What the heck? I'm just losing my mind now. It's re-something. They're always re-something. Or resurrections. The Matrix. Reloaded. Revolutions? Was that it? Yeah. Yeah, Revolutions. Yeah, so I got all the Matrix movies. Which one is that? Is Reloaded 2 or 3? I think it's 3. I think Reloaded is this. I don't remember. Anyway, it's not important. Bottom line is I bought all 4 movies for like $2. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. And then a bunch of other movies, too. I got a bunch of Quentin Tarantino films, because I'm a big Tarantino fan. I don't know how many of them I actually own. I think I have 2 copies of Inglourious Basterds now, though. Got Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2. Snagged a 10-year anniversary special edition DVD set of Reservoir Dogs, which is the first... feature film Tarantino directed, I believe. So, yeah. It was a good haul. It was a good haul. Come on, fish. Are you kidding me? You're garbage. Come on. I'm gonna catch this fish. I'm gonna sign off for the day when I'm disappointed by what it is. Because I'm spending way too much time trying to catch this stupid fish. Stupid fish. Come on. There's another balloon that I don't care about. It's a yellow perch. Do you think I could still catch up to this balloon? Probably not, right? Oh god, there's no way now. Crap. Yeah, I quit. I give up. It's gone. Balloon is gone. I stumbled too much. So that's where we'll leave off. That was stressful. It was a stressful way to end. I've got a pocket full of fish. Well, I guess I could go sell these crappers. These crappies. What? What do you want, Rhonda? We just met and you already have chores for me? What? Hey there, John. Have you read Staplers? A Brief History? I'm right in the middle of it, Bigfoot. Isn't it good? Oh, you've read it too, John? I had no idea we had so much in common. It's like we share the same brain. Yeah, I love reading about staplers, dude. I love it. Staplers are so fascinating. Anyway. I have a bunch of fish to sell to you. Thomas Nookington. Oh, wait, I have fossils to cash in, too. I don't know what I've been doing this entire time. I'm just rambling too much, apparently. Which, I mean, what else is new? Am I right? Am I right? That's all I do in this channel. I just play games and I ramble. It's a good thing. It's a good... I mean, people watch it. People watch this. I don't know. I don't know why you watch my videos. But I appreciate you. I love you guys. Thanks for watching my videos. I don't know. Can't explain why you do it. But that's between you and the YouTubes. It's not my place to say. It's not my place to question your sanity for watching my videos. And it seems like some people like them too. That's what's extra confusing to me. Like, I literally just sit here, play video games, and ramble about nonsense. And you guys enjoy it. Again, thank you. I appreciate every one of you. Confuses me, but it's fine. It's good. Yes, who indeed? Fascinating. Yes, who indeed? The T-Rex skull. I think we already have that, yeah. There are so many fossils that I don't have in this museum yet. And not a single one of these is gonna be worth anything. An iguanodon torso. Yep, that one's already in there too. Great. Ah, crap. Crap. I'm wasting you and my time, Blathers. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Check a fossil. We got one more for you to appraise. Sir Blathington of the Noble Domoberg Museum Guild. I'm just talking nonsense now. I don't know. A plesio neck. Alright, they're all garbage. Yeah, that's what I expected. Like I said, there are so many fossils that are still outstanding from my museum. And I can't find a single gosh darn one of them. Alright, so I'll go sell all these fossils now too, just so there's no confusion next week when I sign on and find a bunch of fossils in my pocket. Yes, yes, what can I do for you? Would like to sell, sir. A plesio neck. Just sell all this crapola. 14,000 bells? Yeah! So up to 29,173 bells. I'm going to run over to Town Hall and cash in. And by cash in, I mean just give my money away frivolously. To pay off some of my debt. Sounds like a plan to me. Huh? It's life. It's life. Isn't life grand? You earn debt, you pay back debt, you earn some more debt, you pay back debt, and then you die. Welcome to life. It's an existential crisis. Pay mortgage. How much money do I have right now? Or owe, right? Rather, how much do I owe? 262,000. Well, let me put a dent in that, shall we? I'm gonna say 28,000. So leave a little bit of money in my pocket, so I'm not a beggar here. I don't have to, you know, The remaining balance is 234,000 bells. Thanks for your payment. Yeah, you're welcome. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure to do so here on the channel. Make sure to ring that bell for notifications as well, for when I go live here on the channel every single month, and when I upload new video content such as this every single weekday, Monday through Friday, every single week. Make sure to smash the like button on this video and leave me a comment in the comment section below. But until next time, why are my lights off? Oh, I just don't have any lights? I don't even have a light, dude. I need to get a light for my freaking house. It's embarrassing. Literally don't even have power to my house. I have music playing, but there's no lights. Anyway, smash the like button, leave me a comment in the comment section below. But until next time, I am the Nintendo Beast. Thank you so much for watching.